Good day, everyone, and welcome back to Trending Update USA, your trusted source for the latest sports and news updates from around the globe. I'm your host, Steffan, and today we turn our attention once again to the exciting world of tennis, where Filipino tennis star Alex Eala finds herself in the spotlight yet again. But this time, the buzz centers on a rising Belarusian player who looks ready to challenge Eala's growing dominance on the court. Alex Eala, who has been on a steady climb in the WTA rankings, continues to draw attention for her aggressive style, her ability to adapt to different surfaces, and her determination to prove that she belongs among the top tier of women's tennis. At just 20 years old, Eala has made remarkable strides, representing not only her home country, the Philippines, but also inspiring young athletes across Asia. But as with every rising star, challenges come in the form of rivals, and one of those rivals is set to emerge from Belarus. Tennis fans know the country has a rich tennis tradition, with players like Victoria Azarenka paving the way on the global stage. Now, another young Belarusian is making waves, and according to many experts, she could be the next big test for Alex Eala. This Belarusian, who has steadily been rising through the ranks, is known for her powerful baseline game, strong service consistency, and the mental toughness that has often characterized players from Eastern Europe. With Eala looking to push into the top 50 in the world rankings, this rivalry could not come at a more critical time. The stakes are high, the pressure is mounting, and fans are bracing themselves for a fascinating clash of styles and personalities. For Eala, the past year has been a story of breakthroughs and challenges. She has had notable wins against seasoned players, proving that she can hold her own even against higher-ranked opponents. At the same time, she has faced setbacks, including early exits in key tournaments that have tested her resilience. Yet, her ability to bounce back has been nothing short of remarkable. This resilience will be crucial as she prepares for what could be one of the most important rivalries of her young career. The Belarusian challenger, on the other hand, brings a different dynamic to the court. Known for her ability to dictate play with heavy ground strokes, she poses a direct threat to Eala's counterpunching and strategic game plan. Analysts believe that if this matchup materializes in an upcoming tournament, fans can expect long rallies, intense shot-making, and a true battle of wills. Beyond the technical aspects, this potential rivalry carries a broader narrative. For the Philippines, Alex Eala represents a beacon of hope in a sport where the country has not traditionally been a powerhouse. Every match she plays is followed closely by Filipino fans, many of whom see her as the standard-bearer for future generations. For Belarus, this rising challenger symbolizes the continuation of a proud tennis tradition, following in the footsteps of Azarenka and other notable athletes who have carried the nation's flag in international tournaments. The sports media has already started to frame this as a potential rivalry worth watching. Headlines suggest that Eala's road to the top 50 and beyond will not come without hurdles, and this Belarusian opponent may be one of the toughest yet. Tennis, after all, thrives on rivalries. From Serena Williams and Maria Sharapova to Rafael Nadal and Novak Djokovic, the sport has always been defined not just by individual brilliance, but also by the clashes that bring out the best in its athletes. If this rivalry does develop, it could push Eala to elevate her game even further. Tennis experts note that rivals often serve as the ultimate motivators, forcing players to refine their strategies, improve their fitness, and test their mental endurance. For fans, it means unforgettable matches, high drama, and the chance to witness history being written on the court. As we look ahead, the upcoming tournaments in Asia and Europe could provide the perfect stage for this storyline to unfold. With Eala reportedly eyeing events that will give her maximum ranking points and exposure, and the Belarusian player charting a similar course, it is only a matter of time before the two find themselves on opposite sides of the net. Another interesting layer to this narrative is the age factor. Both Eala and the Belarusian are in the early stages of their careers, meaning this rivalry could potentially stretch out over the next decade. Imagine the possibility of them meeting not just in smaller WTA events, but eventually on the grandest stages, Wimbledon, the US Open, or the Australian Open. That kind of long-term rivalry has the potential to define careers and captivate fans worldwide. Of course, everything in tennis depends on form, fitness, and timing. Injuries, scheduling choices, and performance dips can all influence how a rivalry develops. But one thing is certain, both Alex Eala and her Belarusian counterpart are hungry, motivated, and eager to make their mark. And when two ambitious players collide, the results are always electrifying. For Filipino fans, the message is clear: Alex Eala is no longer just a promising teenager. She is now a legitimate force on the WTA Tour, and as her competition stiffens, so too will the level of tennis she produces. For Belarusian fans, the excitement lies in watching a new star rise, someone capable of carrying the country's proud tennis heritage into the next generation. At the end of the day, tennis is a sport that thrives on narratives, and this potential rivalry offers everything: contrasting styles, passionate fanbases, and the promise of matches filled with drama and intensity. Whether or not this Belarusian challenger becomes Eala's fiercest rival remains to be seen, but one thing is undeniable: Alex Eala's journey is about to enter a thrilling new chapter, and the tennis world will be watching closely. That wraps up today's coverage on Trending Update USA. I'm Steffan, and we'll continue to track this developing story as Alex Eala pushes toward the top 50 and beyond, while new challengers rise to meet her on the global stage. Stay tuned for more updates, highlights, and in-depth analysis from the world of sports. Thank you for joining us, and don't forget, keep it here on Trending Update USA for the latest trending stories that matter to you.